We're picking up from last week on the mysteries of the TAO. We're about to enter into a wondrous meditation based on the principles of the TAO. We speak of the ascended masters. They are the immortals. They are those who have walked the path of the great TAO and attain union with that presence of light, with a presence of light that is a part of each one of us, the presence into which we enter having descended from that very point. The presence is our causal body, but it is the great sphere of first cause, the TAO. And so those who are the immortals, who are one with that TAO, are preeminently our teachers. And so they have instructed us, as so many teachers through the ages have instructed their disciples, to take time each day to come apart and to enter into complete stillness. Complete stillness and the ability to achieve it is not well practiced or even mastered by Westerners. The agitations we feel in our bodies from incorrect diet, from stimulants, from drugs, from all types of foods that are not healthy, bring us to the place where we can scarcely sit still or concentrate. Many people would like to meditate, but sitting down and meditating and stilling the body, the mind, the feelings, the records, withdrawing oneself from all the chores, the burdens, the projects, what we need to do, this results in our not meditating as often as we should, even though our masters tell us that it should be once a day. Jesus himself said in a dictation, "The bliss of union with the Godhead through your mighty I Am presence can be touched and known by each and every one of you daily. The time for the cutting off of the day and the entering into the heart of God without fail is just before you retire for the night. Once a day, you must stop the cycling and recycling of the mind, the turning and the turning and the turning, else you will find yourself winding a coil of the stresses and tensions of life around your spinal cord." In 1930, Saint Germain gave Guy Ballard a simple exercise for contemplating the inner radiance. He recorded it in his book, Unveiled Mysteries. I would like to give you this exercise. The first step to the control of yourself is the stilling of all outer activity of both mind and body. 15 to 30 minutes at night before retiring and in the morning before beginning the day's work, use the following exercise. It will do wonders for anyone who will make the necessary effort. Make certain of being undisturbed, and after becoming very still, picture and feel your body enveloped in dazzling white light. The first 5 minutes while holding this picture, recognize and feel intensely the connection between your outer self and your mighty God within, the mighty Atman who dwells in you, who is you. Focus your attention on your heart center. Visualize it as a golden sun. The next step is the acknowledgement. This is when you say, "I now joyously accept the fullness of the mighty God presence and the pure Christ presence." Now you feel the great brilliancy of the light and see it intensify in every cell of your body for at least 10 minutes longer. Then close the meditation by the command, I am a child of the light. I love the light. I serve the light. I live in the light. I am protected, illumined, supplied, and sustained by the light, and I bless the light. Remember always, one becomes that upon which he meditates. And since all things have come forth from the light, light is the supreme perfection and God control of all things. Contemplation and adoration of the light compel illumination to take place in the mind. Contemplation and adoration of the light compel health, strength, and order to come into the body. Contemplation and adoration of the light compel peace, harmony, and success to manifest in the affairs of everyone who will do this exercise and maintain peace and harmony in the mind and feeling world. Practice this exercise faithfully and feel the light in every atom of your mind and body with deep, deep intensity. If you do, you will receive abundant proof of the tremendous activity, power, and perfection that abides and is forever active within the light of your mighty I Am presence and Christ presence. When you have experienced this for even a short time, you will need no further proof. You become your own proof. The light is the kingdom. Enter into it and be at peace. Return to the Father's house. After the first 10 days of using this exercise, it is well to do it 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night. This exercise is in Unveiled Mysteries, pages 11 to 13. So I have put together the steps of this now again, with the affirmations that Saint Germain recommends that we do. In the West, we are very active. Most of us are active with our minds, our hands, our activities from the time we wake up to the time we retire, and usually the hours of sleep are shorter than longer. And so to stop and be absolutely still for us seems like putting the brakes on a train going 120 miles an hour. It is not easy. In fact, we are so into our momentums of being agitated and of being in activity that we simply don't meditate at all, because it requires such a discipline to break away from what we do all the time and simply get into the meditative mode. So Saint Germain says, first of all, you do have to take care of everything in your household in the place where you will do this meditation. You will have to unplug the phone, see that pets are taken care of, children are taken care of, whatever your responsibilities might be or whomever may call upon you in the next 30 minutes or 40 minutes, you need to have that sealed and settled. When you are going to do this regularly, you simply let family members know that this is your quiet time. This is your time. This is your 1 hour a day to sharpen the saw, as we were saying yesterday in Stephen Covey's 7 Habits. It's the time that belongs to you and you alone and you and God. You can meditate with another, but you cannot be the other. You are all one in God. And in that moment, it is as though you were tied to nothing but God, you and God alone. So we begin with the mantra, and I would like you to close your eyes and feel this mantra as I give it. When you close your eyes, you are in contact with your soul. When you close your eyes, you are leaving the level of the conscious mind. Peace, be still. Peace, be still. Peace, be still. Peace, be still, and know that I am God. Beloved Saint Germain teaches us that we should speak this command to each of our 4 lower bodies, to the unconscious, to the subconscious, and the conscious minds. We should speak it into the canyons of the electronic belt. We should speak it into the heart, mind, soul, and spirit. That makes 12 times. The mantras that we give with the meditation are slow, deliberate, endowed with the fire as well as the calm. Do not speak way up here in your throat or somewhere up here in your head. Speak from your heart. Speak from your desire body that has tremendous devotion unto God. Speak it from the very depths of your soul. When we decree way up here, we are not really contacting this tremendous reservoir of energy and light and consciousness that we have. So now, who are you? Who are you speaking to all of these components of yourself? You are the soul who is holding the hand of the Christ self, who is in profound devotion before her God, her Christ, her threefold flame. And therefore the soul commands her vessels, the soul commands the world in which she lives to be at peace. Remember, this is the command of our Lord Jesus Christ. Therefore we will say it in his name by saying, in the name Jesus Christ. Together. In the name Jesus Christ, peace be still, 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 and know that I am God. The I that is speaking is your real self. The I that is speaking is your real self, the Atman, the Holy Christ flame, the Holy Christ presence. By offering this simple fiat, your soul is experiencing the meshing with a permanent sphere of light. The flame of Christ peace of Jesus and your Holy Christ self has come nigh to you because you have given a fiat according to the science of the spoken word. Now if you will turn to decree 0.02. With this, we are continuing the fiat of peace. All of this will be said in the same way, with a slow, deliberate, quiet, yet supremely powerful command of the being who is I within you. Together. O disk of light from heaven's height, descend with all your perfection. Make my aura bright with freedom's light and the Master's love and protection. O disk of light from heaven's height, descend with all your perfection. Make my aura bright with freedom's light and the Master's love and protection. O disk of light from heaven's height, descend with all your perfection. Make my aura bright with freedom's light and the Master's love and protection. Beloved Elohim of peace, from the zenith of the heavens, pour out the radiant golden oil of peace unto the horizon of my world. Beloved Elohim of peace, from the zenith of the heavens, pour out the radiant golden oil of peace unto the horizon of my world. Beloved Elohim of peace, From the zenith of the heavens, pour out the radiant golden oil of peace unto the horizon of my world. Together. Enough! I have had done with my human creation, and I choose to enter the path of the Elohim of peace. Yes, I will walk in the living flame of peace. I shall be a true pilgrim of peace, and I shall show the two-edged sword dividing the real from the unreal, binding the engines and elements of war. Peace be still and know that I am God. Peace be still and know that I am God. Peace be still and know that I am God. Peace be still and know that I am God. This decree is said once. It's the sealing of the two you have given 3 times. Now Saint Germain says, having so established our will to be the full concentration of Christ's peace, we must begin the meditation by the full-length violet fire and tube of light decree. Close your eyes. Visualize your mighty I Am presence above you. Speak to your God as Moses spake to his God, face to face. Together. O my constant loving I Am presence, thou light of God above me, whose radiance forms a circle of fire before me to light my way. I am faithfully calling to thee to place a great pillar of light from my own mighty I Am God presence all around me right now today. Keep it intact through every passing moment, manifesting as a shimmering shower of God's beautiful light through which nothing human can ever pass. Into this beautiful electric circle of divinely charged energy, direct of swift upsurge of the violet fire of freedom's forgiving, transmuting flame. Cause the ever-expanding energy of this flame, projected downward into the force field of my human energies, to completely change every negative condition into the positive polarity of my own great God self. Let the magic of its mercy so purify my world with light, that all whom I contact shall always be blessed with the fragrance of violets from God's own heart. In memory of the blessed dawning day, when all discord, cause, effect, record, and memory is forever changed into the victory of light and the peace of the ascended Jesus Christ. I am now constantly accepting the full power and manifestation of this fiat of light, and calling it into instantaneous action by my own God-given free will, and the power to accelerate without limit this sacred release of assistance from God's own heart, until all men are ascended and God-free in the light that never, never, never fails. You are the builders. You are building a force field of light around you. You can feel it building. You can feel the angel devas building this. They know your intent. They know your desire to call forth light and intensify it. So all the elementals and angels who are a part of your entourage are assisting and participating in this service. Now we give traveling protection without the preamble 3 times, and then I am presence, thou art master. Now remember, the preparation for the meditation is also an exercise of speaking directly to God. Let us not forget, we are addressing Lord Michael and asking him to be before and behind. Close your eyes and see him in your favorite artistic rendition. Speak directly to Archangel Michael. Visualize him standing before you. Give him your love, for he needs your love. He serves tirelessly in our defense and in defense of the entire earth. Let us be his friends. Let us bring him consolation and comfort and joy and reverence and honor. Let us speak to him directly and know that when we are clothed in the light of our Holy Christ self, It is our right and privilege as sons and daughters of God to speak to any and all hosts of the Lord, even as Moses spake to God, friend to friend and face to face. Together. Lord Michael before, Lord Michael behind, Lord Michael to the right, Lord Michael to the left, Lord Michael above, Lord Michael below, Lord Michael, wherever I go. I am his love protecting here. I am his love protecting here. I am his love protecting here. Lord Michael before, Lord Michael behind, Lord Michael to the right, Lord Michael to the left, Lord Michael above, Lord Michael below, Lord Michael, wherever I go. I am his love protecting here. I am his love protecting here. I am his love protecting here. Lord Michael before, Lord Michael behind, Lord Michael to the right, Lord Michael to the left, Lord Michael above, Lord Michael below, Lord Michael, wherever I go. I am his love protecting here. I am his love protecting here. I am his love protecting here. Now we are talking to our I Am Presence in preparation for this meditation. When we say to our I Am Presence, "Thou art Master," we are surrendering the tyrant ego, the carnal mind, the dweller on the threshold, the momentums, the psychology, all those things that if we knew how, we would simply step out of and walk away from. But the law decrees that we must work through them. This is why it's continually important to acknowledge that God is the master of our lives, and that nothing else that is not a part of God that yet lurks within the recesses of our being may we call, or will we ever call, master. We will not elevate that ego over others. We will not be tyrants. This is the obedience to the first commandment. It is a very reverent statement that we make to our I Am Presence. Together. I am presence, thou art master. I am presence, clear the way. Let thy light and all thy power take possession here this hour. Charge with victory's mastery. Blaze, woo lightning, blaze thy substance. Into this thy form descend. That perfection and its glory shall blaze forth and earth transcend. As I have been saying this, I have been visualizing every word. I see shafts of intense white fire and blue lightning descending. I see my mighty I Am Presence descending into my temple. I see every organ and cell and atom of my body charged with light and recharged. I see myself standing in the presence of my presence. And when I have concluded this decree, I accept it done. It is accomplished. It is sealed. I have not said a decree. I have become a little more of God. What we have just done is that we have commanded every particle of our being to obey the fiat of the Lord we have given, because we have given it with devotion, with reverence, with obedience to the one God, with the true application of the law of the science of the spoken word. We must all be on the path of Bhakti Yoga. It is the path of devotion. You could call it the programming of the molecules and atoms of being. Everything that is a part of you, you should see as the troops and the forces, all of the wondrous T cells, all of the wondrous manifestations at microscopic levels that form a part of the team that keeps our bodies going and healthy. The body elemental itself, which I didn't mention when we were giving the Peace Be Still. You have given to them a new sound, a new song, a new recording. This recording replaces the recording in the subconscious mind and the unconscious mind of all of the negatives that have been put upon us, whether by ourselves, because we've been trained to be negative, or by others. So with the intensity and the fire and the love and the devotion and the direct contact with God that you make when you pray this way, a tremendous power of God can come inside of you and rearrange those momentums, the traps of the negatives that people fall into emotionally, conversationally, mentally, the way we look at life and so forth, the way we accept ourselves. We are retraining the vessel of the subconscious mind, and as you know, I've taught that we invoke the Holy Christ Self to occupy the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, and the mighty I Am Presence to occupy the superconscious mind and the unconscious. Step 2 says, become very still, picture and feel. Okay, you picture with your third eye, you feel with your heart, with your soul, with your desirings. Picture and feel your body enveloped in a dazzling white light.
You're watching Elizabeth Clare Prophet, world-renowned author and founder of Summit University. Summit University is located at the beautiful Royal Teton Ranch in Park County, Montana, just north of Yellowstone National Park. If you'd like more information, call 1-800-245-5445. That's 1-800-245-5445.
In the I Am books, light is defined as self-luminous, intelligent energy. I always like to remember that because light is an emanation of God. And so every particle of light, if it is a particle, or every wave of light, is a manifestation of God. So when we call forth the light knows its work, it knows its business, it knows what it is about. When we qualify it and command it in a certain direction, it will obey, but it will obey creatively, not robotically. Creatively, not robotically. The light is creative, and the light brings with itself the creative solutions of the mind of God. Light is the emanation of God. What is the emanation of God? It is the Son of God. So we call it the Christic light. This is the same affirmation and calling to God as light, the same devotion, the same intensity of power, the same sense that you must have, beloved ones, that every single time you give a simple mantra, you are engaging in recreating yourselves. You can accept nothing less at the conclusion of a 5-minute mantra that you stop and give in the middle of the day, except that you are recreated in that moment. You are renewed, reinvigorated, restored. That is the power of the mantra. The mantra is God. And I want to give you today a new respect, a new reverence for the spoken word, for the decree, for the mantra. The decree and God are one. God is the decree. And you are God. And when you come to the altar of the decree, you put all that you are into that vessel, that worded matrix. You pour yourself into it. And when you have concluded the mantra pours back into you, the essence multiplied, the essence qualified with light. When you sound the Om, you are sounding God. Om is not a word that gets you to God. Om is God. And when Om is passing through you, and you are a complete tuning fork for the vibration of Om, and all of your bones are vibrating the Om. God is in you. So let us have such a sense of the all-power of God for change at any moment of our day, and a sense that the decree itself is God. But it's like Peter Pan's shadow. It's all folded up and put in the drawer, and we have to take it out and put it on and endow the words with our God flame, and then the words give back to us their God flame. Intense love and feeling is the most direct route to God. You're asking me, what do I have to do to make my ascension? You have to enter into the devotional path and the intensity in your world, and not just leave this religion in your head, but get into the depths of feeling God and walking and talking with God. If you think he doesn't answer you, you just keep right on talking to him. Keep right on talking, keep right on talking. He will answer you at the level you can hear him in good time, but he is always answering you, but you may not hear him. I personally believe this is one of the most cosmic decrees, if not the most cosmic decree, in our entire compendium of decrees and affirmations. Where you can go with this decree is unspeakable. Together. I am light, within, without, expand, expand, and forever expand. Field of consciousness, within, without. Absorb God's light, and then command. Light of God to forever expand. Fill the world, the land, the air, the sea and sky and everywhere with awareness, for I am there, sharing God in joyous prayer. Beyond the earth in outer space, expand the power of cosmic grace. Our God is there and everywhere, and where I am, O thou art too, to increase awareness of thy truth, and show me in my I am I, the holy beauty of the sky. I see thy light of diamond hue, sparkling, shining through and through, the pores of self in body large, the macrocosmic universe. I am with thee, O God. I see the light expand this path to thee. The power flows, my being glows, and Christ within without me shows. I am the way to peace and power. Thy spirit makes me one this hour. O God, demand and now command thy presence in our holy band of devotees of heaven's grace. Show me, command me to take my place. In freedom's band I'll ever stand. By victory's power I wait this hour to feel that flow of power. Blaze right through me, light of God, spiral nebulized sons of light. Blaze right through me, truth of God, fill my mind with great delight. I am thy grace, manifest here. Thy perfect love is shining clear. Command thy selfhood to be mine. Expand, expand in heaven's name. Command my soul to be thy flame. Expand, expand, O love divine. Step 3 is for the first 5 minutes, hold a picture in your mind's eye of your soul and your 4 lower bodies enveloped in the dazzling white light. If you find it hard to picture dazzling white light, you should remember a scene of snow on the ground, on the fields, on the mountains, with the intense sun shining on that snow and creating an illusion of white fire, dazzling white light. Recognize and feel intensely the connection between your outer self and your mighty God within. If you want to use the word your soul and your mighty God within, that is fine. Focus your attention on your heart center. Visualize it as a golden sun. See the sun of Helios and Vesta superimposed over your heart chakra, and invoke the light of your God parents in this solar system. We will invoke the light of our God parents in this solar system with 2021, and then we will give our obeisance to Alpha and Omega in the salutation to the sun. We are speaking reverently, adoringly to Helios and Vesta, and because we are sons and daughters of God, we command. It's all right to command, but always remember that you are subordinate to God, unto whom you are giving the command. Together. Helios and Vesta, Helios and Vesta, Helios and Vesta. Let the light flow into my being. Let the light expand in the center of my heart. Let the light expand in the center of the earth. And let the earth be transformed into the new day. Beloved Alpha and Omega in the great central sun, we make our obeisance to you. We send you our love, and we ask you to release the presence of the central sun into our hearts, that we might radiate thy sun presence and the sun presence of Helios and Vesta to all light bearers of the cosmos. Together. O mighty presence of God, I am in and behind the sun. I welcome thy light, which floods all the earth, into my life, into my mind, into my spirit, into my soul. Radiate and blaze forth thy light. Break the bonds of darkness and superstition. Charge me with a great clearness of thy white fire radiance. I am thy child, and each day I shall become more of thy manifestation. Now you can free your hands to meditate with this visualization, the dazzling white light all around you, and the sphere of the sun over the heart. Step 4, you have an acknowledgement to give, an affirmation. Acceptance is everything. If you don't have acceptance, everything you have already experienced can kind of get away from you. You don't have the gravity to hold on to it, the weight to hold on to it, or the will. Together. I now joyously accept the fullness of the mighty God presence and the pure Christ presence. I now joyously accept the fullness of the mighty God presence and the pure Christ presence. I now joyously accept the fullness of the mighty God presence and the pure Christ presence. Feel the great brilliancy of the light, and see it intensify in every cell of your body for at least 10 minutes longer. During this 10 minutes, we will be doing this visualization. feeling the brilliancy of the light, seeing it intensify in every cell. Step 5 is the sealing of the meditation with the command. I am a child of the light. I love the light. I serve the light. I live in the light. I am protected, illumined, supplied, and sustained by the light. And I bless the light. I am a child of the light. I love the light. I serve the light. I live in the light. I am protected, illumined, supplied, and sustained by the light. And I bless the light. I am a child of the light. I love the light. I serve the light. I live in the light. I am protected, illumined, supplied, and sustained by the light. And I bless the light. I am a child of the light. I love the light. I serve the light. I live in the light. I am protected, illumined, supplied, and sustained by the light. And I bless the light. In your 5 and 10 minutes of visualizing the light, since light does not have form, but you do, you may need to have something to focus on besides the light. I would suggest you focus on your mighty I Am presence, or on the all-seeing eye of God, or on the figure of Gautama Buddha, just so that you can monitor your attention and keep it in one place, so that you can master that focusing and be aware when you stray, because you will be aware that you have left off from contemplating your I Am presence, from fixing your attention on it, or on the all-seeing eye, or on the Buddha. Throughout all ages, meditation, guided meditation, scientific meditation, accompanied with the mantras of the spoken word, have been the means whereby the saints have not only contacted God, they have come to know God intimately, and finally to know themselves as God. Saint Germain's meditation, which he gave to Godfrey, leads us into another meditation, which is that of Kuthumi. And so you all are familiar with the words of beloved Kuthumi. He said, one of the first exercises I wish to give the students for the strengthening of the aura involves a threefold action. The student begins by visualizing the threefold flame expanding from within his heart. The second part of this exercise is that the student seals himself and his consciousness in a globe of white fire. And the third, and when he is set, he proceeds to recite the following words with utter humility and devotion, and then we give the I Am Light mantra. In discussing with you the requirements for the ascension, I have stressed the expansion of the heart chakra and the balancing of the threefold flame. So we are going to give this visualization, and by way of giving it, I'm going to make an invocation and give you a visualization. Beloved mighty I Am presence, beloved Father, Mother God, beloved Kuthumi, beloved Jesus Christ, beloved Mother Mary, beloved Saint Germain and El Moria, beloved Kuan Yin and Anello, We call for your mighty sacred hearts. Intensify now the light of the heart within us. By divine love, purge us of all that is not love. By thy wisdom, O God, purge us of all that is not wisdom. By the will of God, purge us of all that is not that will. Beloved Holy Christ Self, drop your mantle upon us now. Place your threefold flame over our threefold flame. Let the power, the balance, the action, the love, and the wisdom of your heart so magnetize our heart chakra, and our threefold flame, that we might soon balance those three plumes and have the perfect equilibrium of our own Christ consciousness. Our Father, Mother God, we are grateful that you have given to us the gift of yourself in this threefold flame, this divine spark. We meditate upon this flame. We love the flame, for it is you, God, in manifestation within us. It is the Atman, the very manifestation of Brahman in form. O God, because thou art in our temple, our souls can rise again, can live again, can be restored to eternal life. O Holy Christ, Self and Flame, accept our souls as your brides. Receive us now, O Lord, and show us very clearly those conditions in our consciousness which block us from the full assimilation of the gift of grace from the Immaculate Heart of our Blessed Mother. And therefore we affirm the light of the heart in the mantra of Saint Germain. I am the light of the heart, shining in the darkness of being, and changing all into the golden treasury of the mind of Christ. I am projecting my love out into the world, to erase all errors and to break down all barriers. I am the power of infinite love, amplifying itself until it is victorious, world without end. Please stand in honor of your Holy Christ Self and Holy Christ Flame. Beloved, mighty I Am Presence, give us now the magnificent thought form of the living threefold flame, even as we see these three plumes braiding, surrounding the physical manifestation of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Let us see the threefold flame in the heart, the blue plume to the left, the yellow to the center, the pink to the right. Let us see the white sphere of the Divine Mother at the base of the threefold flame. Let us see this flame pulsating, intertwining, braiding the mighty three plumes of life from our heart to the heart of our Holy Christ Self. O God, we see thy light, and thy light does lighten our way. We thank you for this lamp, that we might know the way to go. We thank you for Christ's discrimination, Christ peace, Christ self-knowledge, Christ discernment, Christ wisdom, Christ love, Christ power. We thank you for the action of the Holy Spirit anchored in us through this flame. In this hour, O God, when we love so much and love one another so much, and in our love for thee, embracing the entire spirit of the Great White Brotherhood, assist us each one now as we give our hearts. O return to us, O God, multiplied many times, this devotion and your divine love to show us the way of healing through love. So we've done the first, visualizing the threefold flame expanding from within our hearts. The visualization of expansion is sealed by the devotion to the heart. Now we are to visualize ourselves in the consciousness in a globe of white fire. You are standing in a globe. It is a sphere, and you are standing in the center of it. The call to the fire breath is a visualization of taking in the light through all of your chakras, breathing in the light, and feeling that light distributed throughout you. See then the globe of white fire, yourself standing in the center. Be sealed in this mighty globe. As you visualize it daily, you will find that it becomes an impenetrable sphere, that it will expand, and that you will realize this globe of light as your home away from home. The call to the fire breath. I am the fire breath of God, from the heart of beloved Alpha and Omega. This day I am the immaculate concept in expression everywhere I move. Now I am full of joy, for now I am the full expression of divine love. My beloved, I am presence. Seal me now within the very heart of the expanding fire breath of God. Let its purity, wholeness, and love manifest everywhere I am today and forever. When the student is set, he proceeds to recite the following words with utter humility and devotion. This is Kuthumi's I Am Light decree. Together. I am light, glowing light, radiating light, intensified light. God consumes my darkness, transmuting it into light. This day I am a focus of the central sun. Flowing through me is a crystal river, a living fountain of light that can never be qualified by human thought and feeling. I am an outpost of the divine. Such darkness as has used me is swallowed up by the mighty river of light which I am. I am light. I live in light. I am light's fullest dimension. I am light's purest intention. I am light, flooding the world everywhere I move, blessing, strengthening, and conveying the purpose of the kingdom of heaven. Kuthumi says, as you visualize the cosmic white fire radiance around yourself, do not be concerned with the errors in your thought that through the years may have intruded themselves upon your consciousness. Do not allow yourself to concentrate upon any negative quality or condition. Do not let your attention rest upon your supposed imperfections. Instead, see what the light can do for you. See how even your physical form can change, how a strengthening of the bonds of your health can occur in body, mind, and spirit. Try this exercise, simple though it may seem, and know that many ascended beings will be performing it with you. In order to achieve stillness, the Taoists practiced breathing exercises along with meditation. A Taoist abbot told John Blofeld, as to the means of achieving stillness, thought control is best assisted by yogic breathing, which is no mere matter of inhaling fresh air, healthy as that may be, but of the accumulating of the precious qi, or cosmic energy. Zhuangzi said, the true men of ancient times breathed deep. True men breathe from their heels. Try it. Others breathe with their throats half strangled. Their respiration is shallow. Deep in their passions and desires, they are shallow in the workings of heaven. Author Toshihiko Izutsu says that breathing from the heels indicates the incomparable depth and tranquility of their respiration. The vital energy contained in the inhaled air is made to circulate all through the body in such a way that one is left with the impression as if the breathing naturally welled up from their heels. The Ascended Masters recommend Dwal Kul's breathing exercise and pranayama. The Ascended Master Dwal Kul gave a simple, energizing breathing exercise in his book, Intermediate Studies of the Human Aura.
For more information on the mystical paths of the world's religions, call toll-free 1-800-245-5445.